Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning. This is your host, Davida Shensky, bringing you the show Live Without Limits live on the Blog Talk Radio Network. Today's show, we're going to be talking about list building secret that no one talks about. Opportunities don't happen, you create them, said Chris Cross. I love private label rights. That stands for PLR, and it means that someone else has written an article, essay, or report, and they are selling you the rights to use it however you wish. So you can put your name as the author, edit the essay, and have your content written in no time flat. Honestly, the PLR stuff out there used to be pretty bad, but over the last couple of years, it has improved tremendously. And frankly, it would be impractical if you did not investigate this for yourself. In the past, we discussed the idea of exercising PLR content to create free reports that you use in exchange for prospects joining your list. Essentially, people need to join your inbox magazine, blog, or newsletter list in order to claim their free report. But the usefulness of PLR content doesn't stop there. Indeed, you can use PLR to create an autoresponder series, or even use PLR in your live broadcast and build your list as you go. As a matter of fact, it is better kept list building secret around. And the best part is that it's only 3 easy steps. I have purchased many PLR programs, but right now I happen to be a part of a program called growthtools.com. And what I like about them is, like, they have a tool that's called Attract, and you literally have ebooks that you can turn around and revamp and turn into content that can generate an income for. Oh, actually, what you're doing is that it's allowing you to create a title and revamp a title that's already there, and then make it as a way that you can build an ebook that fits totally with what your needs are with the business. Some of these things are things that we don't always think about, is how to use what's already out there. 'Cause you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is use what's already out there and just adapt it to what it is that your needs are and how you can actually integrate all of that into your business. And for instance, think about it this way. What if you're in the food business or the health industry field, and you're looking for a way to generate an income, and you need to write books or write an ebook, something that you can use as a giveaway? Because the biggest thing that you can do is look at how to increase your opportunity for your business and think of all the things that you can possibly do that generates you a list. Why is that important? Here's something to think about. And this is something that we don't always know what to do. But let's look at some of the titles that are here under Attract and how you can literally use it to your benefit. So if you want to create something that you want to put into a book or create something that you're giving away, what if it's a resource guide? What if it can possibly be a checklist that people use when they're thinking of doing something and they need to plan out something, or a how-to guide, or a case study? Let's look at some of these things. A resource is perfect for giving folks the handy list of recommended tools, products, or link to your favorite things. Isn't that what Oprah does? Isn't that gotten her a lot of, or a big following? A checklist is the versatile, classically loved by all. There's nothing like a good checklist. How-to guide. Teach your audience how to solve their common problems step by step. Then the last thing you have is the case study. The case study allows you to show off the best success stories that your audience can see what a win looks like. So let's look at what a how-to guide is and how you can look at that. Here's some templates that you can think of. You've got a title, which the 5-step process for creating high-converting Facebook ad audiences for e-commerce. Guess what? E-commerce is a topic that is very important to what people want. Then you've got the 5-step plan to prepare your child for the SAT or ACT without all the stress. Guess what? I changed that title to the 5-step plan to create a business and without the stress. Guess what? That title works and it's enticing to people. And then there's also one that is design your own custom meal plan in 5 easy steps. Think about it. These are 3 topics that are very important because people are always looking for ways to lose weight, to gain more opportunity for exercise, to do things that can help them build a very successful business. So, here's how it works. Step 1, find suitable private label rights. First, you need to find PLR content in your niche. If you don't already have a source, then search for your niche topic alongside search terms like PLR, PLR articles, PLR ebooks, PLR content for private label rights content. For example, dog training PLR, no quotes. My favorite one is the masterresaleRights.com, which is a site where you can go and get PLR. And there's also a site called Scribble.com where you can really create ebooks. And they have the template right there that you can use. All you have to do is go to certain sites where you can buy the private label rights, and then you can take and go on Scribble and you can recreate those opportunities for someone to look at your material. And an autoresponder is very much a way to market products. Step 2, decide how you'll use the content. Next, you need to decide what you want to do with the content. Your options include using content to create multi-part autoresponder series. Here you send out articles on the niche topic, but these articles don't create a course since they're not necessarily sequential. For example, you might send out a 7-part series that covers SEO, PLC, marketing, and other traffic generating techniques. Ideally, you should send new subscribers about 7 to 12 messages in a way to build trust and develop the relationship. What that means is for every 12 emails that you send one sales letter. Because I can tell you this much, the quickest way to lose people on your mailing list or your list building list is this. Constantly bombard them with information that does not get you what you want. Now, I happen to be on the mailing list for early for EMR, early morning reports. And this is something that was started by one person, and often, almost every day for 5 days a week, you got an email, but it was an article, and the article was important. Then the whole thing was bought by someone else, and he was into health and wellness. And he started out by sending all of the emails being the articles. But then he started adding stuff to it where it was selling his books, and and those were coming along every day, just as much as the newsletter. And then he would revamp how he did things. That what happens is that now the way he sends it out, you're not getting the article, you're actually just getting a sales letter, and you have to know to click over to the article. So that what's probably happening is that people know about his site, and they're probably just going to go to that site, and they're going to delete all the emails, because it's who wants to constantly get sales letters in their email every day and 2 or 3 times a day. We don't have time for all of it. We have to filter out what's important and what's not important. So always remember how important that is to you. Ideally, you should send out new subscribers about 7 to 12 messages as a way to build trust and develop a relationship. Remember, I always say trust is a must. However, you can upload a year or more of evergreen content to your autoresponder if you want to create a set and forget it content. Using the content to create a multi-part e-course that you deliver by autoresponder, where you use the e-course as the exchange to join your list. For example, you might send out 10-part SEO training course to subscribers using the content to send out live broadcasts. If you already have an autoresponder series or e-course in place, then you can use the content to create a weekly inbox magazine, blog, or newsletter. Once you decide how you use the content, then you can move on to the last step. Now, I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this because this is where list building is very important, and it really does not matter what industry you're in. or whether or not you're strictly in the service industry or a product industry. But even on your website, you want to have articles that promote products, that can rank them and compare them. Why? Think about it. Even on Amazon, you can become an affiliate and help them sell their products online and earn commission. And I know people who have made a great living just doing that. Or you can just be work with a drop shipper and make the product private label. So guess what? You're selling it on your website, and who's sending it out? Not you, but the drop shipper. I remember signing up for a email list on someone's list, and they were basically selling lingerie, and they were promoting themselves as a lingerie designer. Guess what? If you look at their items, they were not really designing the items themselves. What they did was they were contracting with someone else who made lingerie, put their name on it so that it became private label, and then through their website, they would market the products as their own. And not only that, if you have been in touch with companies that make sports equipment, or they will or even sneakers, or in my case, clothing. Guess what? Once you have purchased a product from them, you have opened it up to where they will send you emails every day offering you discounts and coupons just to get you to buy again and again. But you know it's not a real company if you get emails sporadically, because sales only increase when you build a relationship. If you know how to create an e-course, telling someone how to do what you do and teaching them, it can be a way to generate an income for yourself. Step 3, rewrite the content to suit your needs. Finally, you need to rewrite the PLR content, or at least part of it, to make it unique and also to make it suitable for your specific purpose and audience. For example, ensure that it's evergreen, since people will read this content months and maybe even years from now. It should be evergreen content. That means it shouldn't reference dates or events that would date it, nor should it make mention of new or fad products. Your content should be as fresh and relevant a year from now as it is today. Transform the content as needed. If you're turning a series of articles or an ebook into an e-course, then you need to break the content apart into at least 7 to 12 parts. Next, you should refer to these separate pieces as lessons, not articles, and refer to the e-course not as an ebook. In other words, tweak the content to fit the purpose. Finally, at the end of each lesson, you need to tell readers what they can expect to discover in upcoming lessons. Make the content yours. Here, you rewrite the content so that it sounds like your voice. An easy way to do things is to add in your own personal examples, experiences, and stories. For example, when I was trying to lose weight, I discovered that chocolate was my weakness. Or talk about your family and friends. I do this all the time. Make money naturally. you should promote products that are related to the content. For example, your dog training e-course might include links to paid dog training products or even dog training supplies like collars and leashes. Remember, affiliate products are everywhere. There is always something to sell that will benefit your community. Publishing a regular inbox magazine, blog, or newsletter is the commitment, even if you are just creating evergreen content. But you can make light of this work simply by finding, rewriting, and uploading PLR content into your autoresponder to build your list and bond with your community along the way. By the way, it's a heck of a lot of fun, not to mention very rewarding to build the list and supply them with recommendations. You really are helping people. I bet you got some useful, attainable advice here. So, if you have always wanted to try email marketing or set up your own autoresponder series, I made it simple for the perfect set of checklists that make it easy for you. Remember, this is your year to build a stronger, more profitable business. So, remember something. This is December, and in a couple of weeks, we will be hitting the new year. So, we've been talking about list building and autoresponders and private label rights. So always remember, you are looking for ways to generate and build a relationship with your customers. This is the best way for you to get the opportunity to know who your customers are. And guess what? The last few things that I'm going to talk about is that what you want to do is for everything that you do to go viral. Why? Because when it goes viral, that means that someone else is referring people to your business. And if you give them something that really works with them, then that is going to generate and help you succeed in how you do your business and how you increase your income. For so many times, we often don't realize what it takes to build a business in today's marketplace. So think about it. You need a website, you need a product, you almost definitely need to create blog posts when you are doing anything that's going to get you what it is that you want and how you are going to serve your public, your potential, because you have to build a relationship. People may buy from you once, but you want them to come back and buy from you over and over again. And to do that, you need to think of ways that you can generate. So remember, the last thing that we talked about was how you rewrite content to suit your needs. And, you know, I often on Quora am on there, and I will see where people will ask questions like, how do you start a podcast? Or how do you build a list? And yet, the ones that get sent out in the newsletter are always the ones that relate to current events. And also on Quora, one of the best things about that tool is when you ask questions that get a lot of answers, then you get paid. And if you know a lot about a specific topic and you answer the questions, you get paid. There are many ways in affiliate marketing that you can work with companies to help them grow their business. And in the process of growing their business, then you're also helping them to expand their services. What we are trying to do is to understand how you can take and put together a marketing plan that can put you in the driver's seat. And I'm going to finish up by giving you a short story that when you look at where we were 100 years ago, you did not have the technology that you had today, and it was selling products within your community. And you did this by putting shopping carts shopping carts where you put your wares on them. And what this was that many of the Europeans, when they first came to their country, they brought their skills with them. They were hard workers, and they understood the importance of putting out an effort. Today, we've truly become a global environment because there's new companies that start up every day. But guess what? They're not selling their wares in retail stores. They're putting it on the website. Because you know why? They get to cut the overhead. When you sell a product in a retail store, people paying high prices, but when you figure that you've got the manufacturer wanting to earn his fees, you've got the middleman who wants to get paid for taking that product and getting it into a retail store, and then the retail store has to make a profit. So that's three people making a profit that's all added together to sell that product through a retail store. But guess what? If I have a website and I put my pictures up and I write articles about it to tell someone exactly who it serves and what niche it fills, then guess what? When I put a link to my products in my store, they're going to come and buy it. And if I price it so that I make a profit, and then I need to create a sales force, so I set up an affiliate marketing program and get people who have purchased my products to join as an affiliate. And then they too can promote my products and give them a commission. Then even though we may want to mark it up so that we keep getting the same amount, then what happens? You are going to create opportunities for someone to learn and help you build your business. Remember, you can go to my website, and that website is the #1 personalcareercoach.com. You can sign up for both individual or group coaching, and we can help you put together a strategy on how to build and expand your business.